is up, weekenders? It is an exciting day for me because we are going to SEMA. Now, if you don't know what SEMA is, it's pretty much a trade show for anything and everything that has to do with automotive, car parts, aftermarket accessories, wraps, car lifts, anything like that. Now, it is a closed event for industry personnel, so if you're a brand, an exhibitor, media, such like that, then you can go to the event by filling out their extensive application. But if you're just an everyday consumer, it's a little bit more difficult to go. Not saying you can't go, you can actually go Friday. They have a Friday experience where they open it up to the public. So if you want to go to SEMA, you can buy tickets for that. But it is day one out here. It's Tuesday of SEMA. So I figured I would bring you guys along for the experience and just kind of show you what it looks like day one at SEMA and how my experience is going to be. This is my first time ever going to SEMA day one. I went last year for the Friday experience and it was fun, but it was kind of hectic because there was a lot of people there because it was open up to the public. So today should be fun. Let's go check out SEMA and let's have an awesome experience. And all right, guys, we're out here at the outdoor section out here at SEMA. This is pretty much between all the halls. And what's cool about this is there's a lot to see out here and you actually don't need a pass to come see it. So if you're just in the Vegas area during all of this, you can actually come out here and come check out the outdoor section. I mean, there's a ton to see, a ton of cool builds, including some drift tracks where they'll be out here doing some hooning around and having fun. So that's always cool to see. So hopefully we'll see a little bit of that later. We're gonna walk around, check out some of the cool builds out here, and then we'll head inside into one of the halls. I think I'm gonna start in Central Hall and we'll start checking out the show. This blue looks good. Oh, it's got like this flake to it too. Yeah, this is a cool looking Bronco. I really just love the color. Another colorful Bronco out here, but this one has some fender flares that I haven't seen before. I don't know, it looks like these are just like over fenders, but they look kind of cool actually, I'm not gonna lie. It gives it more of a body kit kind of look without actually replacing your entire fender flare. I'm curious who makes these, so if you make these, let me know, I'm kind of curious. Of course, RTR always is gonna have a good show out for Broncos, along with Meguiar's actually has a really cool first gen here, along with a 6th gen. They look really good. Let's go see if we can find some of the race Broncos over here. And yeah, I was right, here they are. Ultra 4, 4600, and then the Fun Haver on. I believe these are 42s. Yeah, crazy. Such a cool Bronco. RTR does really kill it with their kits, I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty cool. I know everyone here is a fan of Hoonigan, and they have an amazing show outside here of SEMA. Pretty much got everything like the Hoonapig here, along with some other Ken Block's impressive builds. Though, I think my favorite has got to be this Lamborghini with a rooftop tent. If I had a Lamborghini, this is exactly how I'd want to do it. Take it on a nice backcountry cruise, go out to a camp spot and pitch your tent. Now that's a Lamborghini. All right, I'm gonna start out here in the South Hall actually. So this is gonna be mostly wheels and tires, stuff like that, accessories that go with them. So let's see what they got around here. I'm sure we'll see a lot of cool builds, but I'm excited to see what tire brands have to offer. Let's see if there's any cool tires out here. Yeah, I think these are gonna be my next tires. So the Bronco, you know, what are those, 80-inch? Yeah, I think they'll fit. A little body lift, throw on a body lift and we'll be good. It's kind of the problem with SEMA is it's so big that you can't really see it all in one day. I've been walking around here for 20, 30 minutes now, and I've seen maybe 10% of this event, or just this one hall, I should say. So I'm actually gonna make my way over to another hall so that we can get a little bit of that, and then maybe throughout the week I'll walk around and get a little bit more specific info, especially like some build breakdowns. We might do some build breakdowns this week, but let's head over to another hall because I think I've seen all I need to see for wheels and tires today. South Hall Upper is actually tools and equipment. We're gonna stick to just parts today. I'm sure there's a lot of cool tools and things to be used on your vehicle in there, but I'm gonna check that out maybe tomorrow or the next day because I just really wanna see parts and cool builds today, so let's go. All right, rolling into Central Hall now. This is all gonna be racing and performance, hot rods, that kind of stuff. So we should see some really cool builds in here. Like that, that's kind of sick. Mustang. Ooh, look at that Porsche. If you didn't know, I used to actually be a Subi nerd, so this is super sick. Wide body, carbon fiber. Ooh, carbon fiber door cards on the inside, full cage. It's a cool Subaru, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I still love my Bronco, but man, that thing is sweet. Yep, there it is, Traxxas. I love RC cars. These things are so much fun. The Evo, T-Max. I actually have one of these guys right here, and boy, they are fun, but I kind of want a bigger one, I'm not gonna lie. These ones are kind of cool because they resemble like more real-life cars, but man, oh, what is this guy? The X-Max? Dude, this thing is huge. The tires are like the size of my hand. I don't know, RC cars are cool, so to me, Traxxas, that's... Oh, I spy something cool. Here's a cool Bronco with some cool parts. Look at these doors. They're kind of like the see-through doors with the hole that we saw last year, but they're actually cut out completely. So you could like almost just hop in the Bronco with these. I think this is really cool. It's got the door handles here on the inside. These are really cool. I like these. Oh, I think these are Everglades carbon fiber fender flares. That's kind of cool. That's new too. Yeah, these doors are sweet. Who knows, we might have to consider something like that for my Bronco, we'll see. Moving along, so there is actual manufacturers that post up in here. So we're gonna see like Lexus, Toyota, Ford, all of them. So right here we have Lexus, which is really cool to see actual like overland builds from them in their own booth. So to me, that's super cool. and let's go check out what they have. I want to see that new GX that they just came out with. And speaking of the devil, there it is. This thing looks so cool. I love this color. It's kind of like a metallic sand color, which is super cool. They already put a roof rack on it, which is pretty cool. Roto packs kind of show you what it would look like with more of an overland setup. Typical Toyota kind of ladder hanging off the back. Really, it just needs some lift and tires, and that thing's gonna look pretty good, guys. I don't know. What's cool about those is the suspension is actually very similar to the Broncos, so I'm curious to see what comes out in the future like that. That could be a pretty good competitor for the Bronco, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go check out the Toyota Land Cruiser and see how that compares to the GX. So here is the Land Cruiser from Toyota. It's gonna be on the same chassis essentially as the GX. So man, I mean, these look really good too. I actually think these would be a better off-roader because they're not as flashy. So you get like more plastic around the tires. Like the GX, this was all painted, so it's probably gonna chip a little bit more. But I think these look really good too. I think the GX is a little bit more refined, but I still think those look really good. The other thing I'm curious about is actually these new Toyota Tacomas. Man, these things look really good. This is the Trail Hunter, and they do look good. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to see more of these out on the road. And I think they're gonna be a hot competitor for something like the new Ranger that just came out. So we'll see who takes the top dog. I'm thinking that Toyota might be a little bit better than the Ranger, but that Ranger Raptor is pretty cool. So see if we can find one of those here at the show also. And yeah, let's keep moving around. Here's another cool Bronco I remember seeing sneak peeks of, and that's this red two-door right here. And what's cool about this one is the tailgate is completely shaved, and it looks pretty good. There's no holes in it. It's kind of got this retro look to it, and I love like the embossed Ford that kind of sticks out. It looks very retro, looks super cool. This is a cool little Bronco. Oh, this is my buddy Walter's Bronco, who runs Sin City Broncos out here in Las Vegas. Super cool build. He premiered this last year. I don't think a ton has changed. Cover King's out here showing a bunch of different seat covers, but it looks super cool. I like this bed cover here on the back, which covers up the trunk. Oh, I didn't even know it's kind of got like a plexiglass window kind of thing, so it could almost like encapsulate your rear end, especially if you pair it like with a top, like one of Cover King's kind of, I don't know what you would call this, a bikini top kind of thing. You could almost have this be like your summer setup. Kind of cool. I actually kind of like this. Way to go, Walter. Killer builds, and his wife actually has a new build, and we'll go check that out in one of the other halls. All right, I think it's almost time to get out of this hall too. So we're in Central. We're gonna move over to North Hall because I'm getting overwhelmed here more than I can see in just one day. But I think I saw a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool Broncos and racing parts and whatnot in Central Hall. We're gonna head over to North Hall and see what that has to offer. All right, we're gonna be rolling into North Hall, which is gonna be mostly electronics and first-time exhibitors. So that's gonna be like brand new companies that are just showing up and new to the industry. So hopefully we can see some cool new stuff in here, and then see a little bit of electronics. I heard there's a couple cool Broncos in here, so I'm excited. Let's go check out North Hall and keep this going. Also, if you guys didn't know, Harley Davidson's though have been a favorite of mine. So to see these cool Harleys out here, to me is super cool. Like, this paint is just unbelievable. I want to see like a Bronco or something do something like that because that is just insane. So they do have a featured product section out here. So you can see a lot of new stuff, kind of like these headlights, which are from engine Oculus. So those would be Oculus headlights for the Bronco. So it's kind of cool to check out some of these new products, and they have them all laid out like on tables here this year, which is kind of cool to see. So I'm gonna roam around. I think all I found was those headlights for the Bronco, but I'm gonna do one last pass and then we'll probably get out of here and head over to another hall because I think I've seen most of everything I can see in here. And all right, this is actually a Bronco over here that I knew was in here and I was excited to come see. And that's my buddy's Austin's two-door, and I believe it's at Archetype Racing. And it is an unbelievable build. I actually talked with him and we might do a build breakdown on this. So leave a comment below if you want to see a build breakdown on this. But you just put some brand new wheels on it, brand new bumpers. This has got to be one of the cleanest Broncos out there. I love his seats. He's got these awesome PRP seats in there. And man, this thing is just unbelievable. Go check out his Instagram. He is a great photographer, so he has a lot of cool pictures of this Bronco, and I might do a build breakdown of it here maybe tomorrow, so we'll see. Leave a comment below if you want to see more on that Bronco. I think it might be one of my favorites here at the show. All right, moving into the West Hall, which is the last main hall on my tour for day one. And this is all gonna be off-road, utility type vehicles and all that jazz. So this is gonna be the one that I'm most excited about because it's all off-road related for the most part. So let's go check out some off-road builds, and then we'll head outside for one last pit stop at the Overland Experience spot, check out a couple more things, and then that will be my day one. King of Hammers Bronco out here at the Fox booth. I remember seeing this last year at King of Hammers. Cool build, bunch of cool parts. Big, I believe these are the 3.0 Fox shocks, which are really cool. I would love to get my hands on a set of those. I bet you those ride absolutely amazing, but cool Bronco nonetheless. Weston Super Winch Bronco, which is on some Tremor wheels. Now these are like, I believe, the actual beadlock versions of what I have on my Bronco. Same setup with the Falcon tires. It's got some really cool PRP seats in it, and it is long travel, so this thing is wide. Super cool Bronco, got some King shocks, and yeah, sweet Bronco nonetheless. I think that one's up there with one of the coolest ones here. I really like those Tremor wheels, the actual beadlock version of them. Pretty cool. So let's go see if we can find some more cool Broncos out here. All right, so this is Hellbad's Bronco. It's got this crazy wrap on. It's actually on 42s, and what's cool about it is it's actually on air ride suspension, which actually might be one of the first Broncos I've ever seen on air ride suspensions. But not only that, it's actually on portals too. So that's how they're squeezing on these 42-inch tires. It's a huge Bronco. I mean, just to give you some perspective, that's the mirror. I'm not a short person. I'm like about 6 foot. So this Bronco is absolutely huge, super cool, very loud, and I think I want to do a build breakdown on that Bronco also. So I'm going to get in touch with them. Leave a comment below if you also want to see that Bronco, because that Bronco is just crazy. There's a lot going on with it. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't include a first-gen Bronco, and I think a lot of you guys will know this Bronco. This is Mitchell's Bronco from Wild Horses, and this thing is awesome. It has been on pretty much every trail imaginable and beaten up, and I can tell they actually cleaned it up quite a bit. It looks like they repainted some stuff. I believe he has a whole video of him getting this thing prepped for SEMA, and it looks nuts. These seats are so cool. It's like alligator skin PRP seats. This thing's super cool. I would actually be curious to do a build breakdown on this too, because this Bronco is iconic and it's just a pretty cool Bronco. I think we've seen enough out here in the West Hall. Overwhelming, saw a bunch of cool Broncos, still a bunch of cool stuff to see around here. There's a lot of like car detailing and wrap stuff in here also, but we're gonna head outside and go check out the Overland stuff, because I'm sure there'll be a bunch of cool stuff out there. So let's head outside and see what they have to offer out there. I love this American Adventure Labs trailer and Jeep setup. It looks so cool, all matching. I love the trailer, how it has a rooftop tent and a place for motorcycles. I have a love for motorcycles, so to me, that's super cool. I like this setup quite a bit. And all right, guys, that's gonna do it for day one of SEMA 2023 for me. My feet hurt. I'm glad I wore some comfy shoes because I did a lot of walking today, jumping around from hall to hall. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of the action that was out here on day one. I kind of got an overview of how the halls and stuff work. I'll throw in a little bit of pretty footage at the end of this video for you to enjoy as I walk around and finish off my day. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep a lookout for more SEMA videos throughout this week, and we'll catch you guys at the next waypoint.